This is without it. Listen. Now with it, you can see the difference. Now the bass is sitting on its own and is enjoying his moment. So if I put in the snare, hey, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you. My name is Promis Bill. Welcome again to my tutorial, and on today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to mix the kick and the bass and how to make them stand out without clashing with one another in the mix. So without wasting time, if this is your first time of coming across my videos, please go through my videos. If you love videos like this, click the subscribe button and please click the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time a video is released. Okay, now let's open our Cubase. So this is Cubase 15, the latest Cubase 15. In case you need this Cubase, please comment "I need it" in the comment section, and I will send it to you, and I will send you the link to download it. Okay. All right. So I have a project here, and I'll just go ahead and it's a rough project, not mixed yet. I just decided to work on the kick and the bass. Okay. So I will go over here and switch off all the EQ on the bass and the kick. So we're going to start with the kick. So let's hear how the kick sounds. All right, now let's listen to the kick without any processor. You will notice that whoever did the recording did a very good job. You will notice the kick has a bit of more punch. So what I did with this first EQ is to cut out some SSs towards the 500 area and boost, of course, boost the 5K area up to like 5.9 and boost this area for more punch. So let's listen to it. As you can see, now the next thing is to bring out another EQ and do a major cut. Now at this point, I want the kick to breathe. At this point on this area, I decided to do a cut close to the 200 to 300 area. I decided to do a major cut here. So let's listen to it. And on the 5K area, I did some more boosting on this area so that the kick can stand out in the mix. Alright, so let's bring in. Now the second thing here is a compressor, a fab filter compressor, very powerful compressor. All I needed to do was to do a major cut, then boost the volume. And of course, the release time is fast because it's a live recording. That is one thing you have to take note of. Depending on the kind of song you are mixing. This is a live recording, everything recorded live, okay? As you can see, it has more attack at this point. This is it without the compressor. Look at it, look, listen. You can see it's a bit more weak with the compressor. Now, so I decided to add a saturator to create that depth and surround. Without it, with it. So at this point, if you have a fab filter saturator, you have to know how to control these points. You can see. So you have to be careful with this guy. And of course the drive, also be careful with the drive. Now the next here is a multi-band shaper. This is the game changer. There are other plugins that you can use, but I decided to use the multi-band envelope shaper. You can use other plugins, but this one is a multi-band. It means you can individually control every frequency, at least to some extent. So for example, if we solo this guy, now listen, let's put it on. You can see this is without it. Now watch this. If I drag the release here, look at it. It will control the rumbling. If all these rumblings are put together, it will destroy your mix. You can't hear the kick. You can't actually feel the kick in the song because of too much rumbling. So you come here, control this, and the length also, you can put it around 50. I'll solo the mid, the low mid, and of course, look at it. It is a kick. So, and you do that for the rest to save our time. Now the next thing I will bring up here is a clipper. So you need a clipper to balance the volume without actual blast. So as you can see, volume is automatically controlled. You can control the slope from here. So I think I will leave it at this point. You can see the gain reduction right here. It's doing a very great job. So having done that, let's go over to the bass. But take note of one thing. Look, just take note of the frequency range. Take note of where we are boosting and note where we are cutting. So I'm going to leave this guy over here. So I'll now put on the bass. Now the first thing I will bring in is another EQ on the bass. This time I'll cut this area and I will boost the area where the kick is. I am boosting the 40 area, but on the kick I boosted around 50. The secret is wherever the kick is boosted, you do a cut on the bass to create that space. So let's listen. Very good. Now another secret is let the kick play alongside. Don't solo the kick or don't solo the bass separately. Allow it to play while you are working on it. Then we'll bring in a compressor to control. You know, the bass is a dynamic instrument. Frequency changes as you play. Sometimes you run towards the neck, you run towards the low, and those frequencies are changed. So you need a compressor to balance the tone and the frequency. Okay, so let's hear it. I think this is good. My attack is a bit fast and the release should be around 23%, which is very, very okay. So the next thing is to bring in a CLA2A compressor that will just bring the dynamic out. Very good. Very good. The next, I'll bring in a saturator to create space between the bass and the kick. Okay. I'll be careful. Like I said, you don't need too much weight in this particular level because you're going to master the song. So you need the song to be as clean as it can before mastering. Okay. Because if it's too heavy, by the time it gets to the mastering stage, it will blast. Control your drive, and of course, this is a low band, and you can individually control all these knobs to fit your sound or fit your style of play. So the next thing is a Pro MB multi-band compressor. This will help you control individual frequency levels. Okay, I did a much more compression on this low houses to control the rumbling end. Now you need a shaper bus to create a bit of more space. As you can see, this is the width. This is the width level to create more space. You can see that you can actually feel the bass and you can feel the kick. Nothing is hidden, nothing is suppressing one another, and nothing is fighting. And the last I always love to bring in is I think it's from Waves, which is the JJP bass stereo. In fact, this one is a banger itself. This is without it. Now with it, you can see if I push this guy, you will notice it's getting too much. So this is how I do create space for my bass and my kick. Most importantly, what you have to note is while bringing in the other instruments, be careful. Let's bring in a piano. First of all, let's put on a loop. Now if we bring in the piano, for example, let's open the piano, let's put off all the processors and listen. You can see that the beauty of the whole thing has started to come out. At this level, I will have to be careful with this space. You can see I have to cut out this space. Let me play it with this guy up and you will notice. You see that automatically it starts to distort the bass or create some obstacle for the bass. So you have to know where to cut for your piano. Okay, I'll put some on this end to bring in the brightness, and this also to bring in some ashwa. You know, the piano needs some level of low, not so much. Okay, I will of course come here and still do a bit of cut just in case, because it's a montage piano and it's very weighty. So I'll bring in a compressor. I will not do much compression on the piano because it was already compressed. Next thing I would like to bring in is a stereo wider or a stereo width plugin to take off the piano from the middle of the mix and take it a bit more up. So I'll put this on. This is without it. Listen. Now with it, you can see the difference. Now the bass is sitting on its own and is enjoying his moment. So if I put in the snare, So this is, by the time I am done with this mix, you will notice the cleanness, the maturity, and the ability to create space for every instrument. So thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and if you love videos like this, please feel free to follow me. Thank you. Bye for now.